What's everyone saying? It's your boy Saffrey back again. I'm here today at Waterloo station. I've got my flat white, I've got my ham and cheese croissant, and in today's video we're going to be heading on London's newest bus route, the Bakerloop BL1. The bus is going to turn up behind me and then pass me, and I'm probably going to miss it. But before we get on the bus itself, let's have a little chat about why this bus is in service, and we'll see what it's like. That was it, wasn't it? Of course I just missed it.
As you all know, the Superloop is London's newly introduced limited stop bus network that traverses the city. It's a mix of existing limited stop services and some newly introduced services, and it's sort of grown from just being a loop to a whole bunch of lines. The Bakerloop is the newest of the bunch. Numbered BL1, the limited stop route follows the line of the proposed Bakerloo line extension, hence the name. My brain is working today, hey, I'm proud of myself. If you've had a peep at my Campbell Station video, you'll have noted that over time there have been many a proposal for a southern extension to the Bakerloo line from Elephant and Castle, its current terminus. Via here, via there, via everywhere. But in 2021, the proposal to extend the line of the Loo and Baker to Lewisham and beyond via Old Kent Road was safeguarded by Transport for London. In a planning sense, safeguarding means that certain pieces of land are secured from any development proposals that conflict with the proposed use of the land. This means that TfL must be consulted on any planning application that might impact this safeguarded land. Anything that will negatively affect the land is slapped with a big no-no. Thing is, safeguarding protections can be removed, most likely in cases where a project has been fully given up on. A good example is the Thames Gateway Bridge across the Thames from Beckton to Thamesmead, which was cancelled in 2016. And following the opening of the Silvertown Tunnel, safeguarding was removed by central government in 2025. Now it means that folks can build freely-ish. Well, they still need to get planning permission. Safeguarding is still in place for the Bakerloo and even Crossrail too, so both of these extensions still have the potential to cook. The main issue at this stage is this: dollar bills. Well, rather, pounds sterling. When assessed in 2021, costs for the extension came up to between 5.2 and 8.7 billion pounds. Billion pounds sterling. And it would take around 7-ish years to build. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of time. Imagine how many M&S chicken salad sandwiches I could get with that money. The extension would result in the addition of 2 brand new stations to the transport network and 2 more onto the tube network specifically. Burgess Park, Old Kent Road, New Cross Gate and Lewisham. It's been a fight and a half to get the pound sterling to start digging. And ever since the Tory government tried to gut TfL and London's transport system of any funds during the pandemic, any progress on the extension has basically been paused. We've seen with the Elizabeth line, large-scale transport infrastructure projects bring a load of investment to the surrounding area. New homes, new jobs, new opportunities for businesses. Oh, and don't forget, more hipsters too. In the interim, the BL1 has been introduced, basically being a way to be like, hello, people are actually using this thing, you might actually want to get trains running down here instead. So, let's see what the journey is like. Let's explore this new bus route. I think it's time to hop on a bus. The first stop at the northern end of the route, at Waterloo, is here, Stop D on Waterloo Road, where the 59 used to stop, which has been relocated to Stop E a bit further north to make space for the new bus route. There's been a couple of changes to bus routes and their stops along the route. High frequency service starting, of course. You got to make sure there's capacity at the bus stops. The BL1 only has 7 stops in the southbound direction and 8 in the northbound direction, running up to every 12 or so minutes between 5 AM and 12:30 AM, with journey times between 25 and 43 minutes. Obviously, if this were a train, it would probably take half the time. Our journey now will take us around 30 minutes or so down to Lewisham as we leave Waterloo. As you will have seen, the buses on the BL1 have been refurbished specifically for the route, featuring these sleek Bakerloop line barman patterned seats on the interior and the very cool brown wrapping on the exterior. Other than that, it's your regular modern TfL bus with USB ports and iBus screens and all of that stuff. Not long later, we reach our first couple of stops at Elephant and Castle Station, stopping outside both the Bakerloop line station and down on New Kent Road, closer to the National Rail station. This is where we begin our journey beyond the existing Bakerloop line. After Elephant and Castle, our bus will be stopping at the approximate locations of the planned stations. We're heading along New Kent Road towards Bricklayers Arms and the wonderful Lebanese Grill, and onto the flyover, a perk of travelling south. I remember when buses never used to go on the flyover, and I'm actually glad that some of them do now. It saves you an age navigating around the roundabout and onto Old Kent Road, especially on a busy rush hour afternoon.
Look at what we did with it. Real life. You ain't gotta like it. You just gotta live with it. Real life. You ain't gotta like it.
Off we head again to our next stop, which is for the planned Old Kent Road station, located near Alderton Road, where this Lidl is located. I remember back in the days, this used to be an old Toys R Us. Rip in peace, Toys R Us, man. Good old days, man, I miss it.
Live with it. Real life. You ain't gotta like it.
After the two Old Kent Road stops, we push towards New Cross Gate and past the busy bus garage stop and arrive at our next stop, New Cross Gate Station, right in front of where the planned deep level tube station will be, on this retail site home to the big Sainsbury's. It seems like all the stations mean that a whole bunch of big shops are being nerfed. To be fair, I can imagine that these stations are going to be part of like a whole mixed use development with the retail and residential properties mixed in, much like 9 Elms on the Northern Line. And I think these are all part of the Places for London arm of TfL. We leave New Cross Gate Station and we're on the home run to Lewisham Town Centre. We slide just around New Cross Station and head on to Amersham Way and Lewisham Way, heading down into Lewisham. Next stop, Lewisham Station.
You just gotta live with it. Real life. You ain't gotta like it.
The station is to be located on Thurston Road behind us, approximately where the existing bus station is, where terminating vehicles currently stand. After this, our last stop is on Molesworth Street for Lewisham Shopping Centre.
You just gotta live with it. Real life. You ain't gotta like it.
Northbound services start down the road, then head along Lewisham High Street and back out to central London. I'll say, I believe this bus will be a success. It might not be a Bakerloop line train just yet, but To have a fast and frequent bus service that serves the locations where the Bakerloop line extension will hit shows a sense of intention from TfL and them wanting to show the big boys upstairs that it will be a worthwhile investment to have this new extension. As we've seen with the Elizabeth line, like I mentioned before, that has resulted in a whole bunch of investment into the areas surrounding the line. It has made journeys faster and more frequent, and I guess in the Bakerloop line's case it will have these benefits as well, but you'll also have tube stations in southeast London. There have also been talks for further extensions down to Hayes and Beckenham Junction via the existing National Rail lines, but that is still up in the air. Look, both sides of the proposed extension, Elephant and Castle, Lewisham, they're both undergoing massive levels of change and development. And I can't lie, what better way to supplement that with a cheeky tube train to the depths of Wembley and Harrow?
Right, that was a lovely trip on the BL1 just behind me there. Let's see if the introduction of the BL1 kind of pushes the people at the top to give the money, to release the funding. I think this bus is gonna be much busier during the peak hours. It's going to be so useful, especially when you're going southbound, Bricklayers Arms, passing all the stops. We need more express bus routes in this city. So many cities around the world do it well, and we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. We're going to see how it is in the next coming weeks, months, years at this rate, decades at this rate. I'm going to head to the soccer. I'm going to see some beautiful football being played. I'm going to see some pints, some beautiful pints being poured. And till the next video, it's been your boy Someone Explores. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I'll catch you in the next video. See you in a bit.